In one way, it's kind of nice, but in another way, it would also be nice to have that option. I used to love these, and I miss that. Moin. Welcome back to Krautsalat. I am Eric, an American in Germany. I have been making some videos about some things I love about Germany, my life here, but I also want to talk about some things that I miss about the US. Even though I was not happy living in the US, that's where I've spent most of my life, 37 years. So, yeah, I think there's going to be some things that I love and miss about it, right? Yeah. So let's get into that. I put together a list of about 10 different things that I miss and that I did love about being in the US. Take note, none of this is family or friends. So this is a bit more superficial. Going back to the stereotypes, the cliches. So this list is a bit more superficial. Of course, I miss family and friends. I don't need to get into that. That's not even a question. With this list, I've got a bunch of surprises that are going to contradict some thoughts that you've already got. So stick around to the end because, of course, I saved the best for the last, right? Number one, let's start this. Food. I've talked about food. Everyone talks about food. Living here in Germany, everyone likes to talk about the food. But there are some great things about the food in America as well. The Germans really like a good burger, but it's nothing that compares. I don't know, maybe the Americans did a better job. Maybe the cheeseburger is to America what beer is to Germany. Like maybe that's a good comparison. You make a good burger here, but nothing compares.
Super. Echt super.
So if you go do some traveling, visit some burger places, in a few moments I'm going to mention some of my favorites. The second part of my first point, I said burger and taco places. Taco places. This is probably the biggest thing that I miss living here in Hanover. I admit that I've not been trying my hardest, but I'm missing a good taco place. So if you are watching and you know the Hanover area really well, consider this my request from you. Suggest a taco place. Does it exist? Damn, now I'm hungry. I'm in the mood for a good taco. Crunchy shell with, yeah, fresh veggies. Maybe some beans, some melted cheese, bit of sour cream on the top, some onions. Okay.
That is absolutely good!
Let's go on to number two. Sticking with the food topic, but the restaurants. I particularly miss some specific restaurants. There's a lot of places that have like this diner type, this Americana diner, like Steak and Shake. It's not the nasty. Okay, so I'm setting the bar quite low here, so bear with me. Like,
it's not McDonald's or Burger King, but their food is better. Go eat at one. I recommend it. Like, this is a recommendation. If you're from the U.S., hopefully you know what I mean. If you are not from the U.S., next time you go or make a trip, you gotta eat at a Steak and Shake. I think it's a bit more southern thing, but like Americana diner type place.
Culver's. I really miss Culver's. Like, if you know this, it originated in Wisconsin. So my home state of Wisconsin, Culver's has the best butter burgers. Oh, why am I talking about food? I'm hungry. Okay, so Culver's, you know it or you don't. If you don't know it, I'm sorry. If you do know it, You know exactly what I'm talking about. I miss it.
Old people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
There's a bit of a, not a trend, a bit of a niche with restaurants that are tagged as family friendly sports places. Some restaurants that I really miss have like a theme. And I'm talking about Hooters, Wing House in Florida. This is more in the south, but Florida has Wing House. Wing House had, I used to go there all the time. They had this chicken sandwich. The Germans would call it a chicken burger, but it's this fried chicken sandwich. Like the piece of chicken was sometimes like it was this big. Like my mouth is watering. Yeah, so I definitely miss that. I miss Wing House. I miss your fried chicken sandwich. And like Tilted Kilt, Twin Peaks, these silly themed restaurants where the girls wear almost nothing. It's a bit silly, a bit humorous, a bit nice, but the food is actually really good.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall.
There's no way.
And I miss the food at these places. I don't have that here. Oh, I want to name drop. I do have a favorite restaurant in Hanover, and that is something that I will leave to a future video. Yeah. Okay. So stay tuned. Sorry, but not sorry. That's thoughts kind of come in and out of my head at the same. Okay. Now, here's a surprise. Okay, I gotta move on quickly because I'm still on number 2 with restaurants. But believe it or not, I miss Taco Bell. This is most of the time this is not good food. However, at 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes you're just really craving a chicken and potato burrito. I used to love these, and I miss that. Sometimes you just need that middle of the night comfort food. Okay, moving on. Number 3. I'm not a big holiday person, but I miss Thanksgiving. Not because of the holiday, but because of the food and the meal. Was I hungry when I made this list? All I'm talking about is food and eating.
I'm
There's, in my mind, there's nothing that compares to a big Thanksgiving dinner. This is, yeah, this is something worth missing. I don't care so much for the holidays, but the Thanksgiving dinner, this is priceless. Something that cannot be put into words. It can only be put into your mouth because it's food and a big meal. Anyway, okay, so let's go on to number 4. We just had all of that food, the restaurants, the Thanksgiving dinner. I gotta wash it down with a drink. Many of you do not like this, but my number 4 is Monster Energy. I can get Monster Energy drinks here. I'm an energy drink junkie. Not sorry, but particularly my favorite Monster flavor, the Ultra Black. Like, I miss this so much that I had to put it into this little list. It's a bit stupid, but I miss this drink.
I miss you.
I drink these monsters like crazy, but I miss my favorite, the Ultra Black. Come to Germany. Come to Germany, Ultra Black. I need you. Okay, so I think we're done with the food and that. Move on to something a little bit more local to when I was living in Central Florida. I'm a little bit of a comic book nerd, like just a little bit, not majorly, just a little bit. There was a big ass comic book store in Central Florida called Acme, and it's like they've got so many comics and toys, like it's nerd heaven, and I miss that. Sometimes I wish I had that just to go in there and feel like a little boy, but I don't have that anymore. It's my own fault, I know. Moving on to number 6, the language. This is pretty good. Yeah, I don't speak to any native English speakers here. So you notice I speak slow. Some of you think that I'm not even American. You think that I'm German speaking English, but this is just a problem that I've developed. Number 7, Sunday shopping. Now I'm getting used to the fact that the stores and shops are closed on Sundays, but I do miss it a little bit because I think it eases having the ability to go to the store on Sunday is less stress for Saturday. There's moments where I kind of forget, and at the last moment on Saturday I need to go to the store and buy whatever remaining things to get me through the day on Sunday.
Hey Alexa, pour me 1 cup of water.
Number 8, sticking with Sunday football. Now, I can watch. I have American football here. There's American football teams. I can go watch games, and I do. And I can watch the NFL games, but it's in the middle of the night. Sunday football is like a ritual. The games begin midday. You've got 7 to 10 hours, 11 hours maybe. Yeah, you've got football all day long. So I kind of miss this a little bit. Yeah, my number 8, football on Sunday.
This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just, oh!
Number 9, live music. Now, I go to a lot of concerts here, but the thing that I miss is particularly the bands. Like, I like having my favorite bands that I can go see regularly. Now, here's the thing. In the US, a lot of the bands play more frequently. So, for example, in the 12 years that I lived in Orlando, I had some of my favorite bands, and it was easy to see them play once every 2 months or something, once every 2 to 3 months, because there was more frequency. The bands were playing more often. And I loved this. Like, I love live music. So I would rather go see a band play live in a concert than sit at home and listen to the album. So I'm a live music person, and I miss the frequency of these. Let's see, that was 9 things that I miss. Coming up on number 10, this is the big one, and this is the one that'll surprise a lot of you German Leute. I miss the beer.
What?
You heard me. I said I miss the beer because there's a lot of good beer in the US. I'm not talking about the Budweisers and everything. That's not the king of beers or the champagne of beers. No, some of my favorites. Like, there's a lot of nice little small breweries. If any of you visit Florida on your holidays or something, if you go to Orlando to go to Disney World or something, look for Hourglass Brewery. This was my favorite place to go. My favorite beer was the brown beer. They make new beers all the time. This was 3 years ago. I bet they don't even make it anymore. But for the Orlando area, I I would go, like, I had my favorite beer at my favorite bar. Like, it was a special event because it required travel to go there. You know, it wasn't like going to any little shop and you buy the same beer all the time. There's a lot of really good German beers, but like I I have not found anything that is special in that way. Like, I don't have that yet here, but I did. So I kind of miss that. And also, one of my favorite beers comes from Mexico. And I'm not talking about Corona, but I'm talking about the Dos Equis Amber. If anyone can get that here in Germany, if anyone wants to send me a gift of a 12 pack of Dos Equis Amber, send me a message or something with your email. I will happily take one of those. I miss that. That's one of my favorite, all-time favorite beers. I love it and I miss it. Yeah, so I hope that surprised you a little bit. As much as I am happy here living in Germany, there's still a lot of things that I miss that I do love from the US. So I'm going to have to get back there sometime and have a little visit. All right. So now remember, Krautsalat is on Instagram and Facebook. We do have a little merch shop that we're going to build up and make something a little bit nicer, but the link for that is in the description. And subscribe. We got more videos. And thank you. Feierabend.